Now today we're going to go over going from a manual mill to a CNC mill, and there's a couple of areas, a couple of helpful hints here that we're going to show you to make sure that this thing works very well. The first thing you want to make sure is how much play, how much backlash do you have to start with. This one has about a 1/1000th. But depending on the temperature, depending on the humidity, you can have as much as 1 or 1.5 thousandths, which is completely normal, just depending on the aluminum versus the steel and so forth. But right now, everything at the same temperature, we have about a 1/2 thousandth. So we're going to take off our nut. And put on a coupler, just like so. Now we want to use a new nut if possible. If not possible, the old one will work. Yeah, that's about 4 or 5 thousandths. That's too much, so we got to get it down a little bit more. Might be a hair too tight. Back it up just a little bit. That little tap. Oh, there we go. Right at a 1/2 thousandth, right where it was. Now we're going to remove our ring. We won't need that for CNC. I use a little razor blade that I sanded down so I could just get it in there and get these things off. There we go. That feels good and we're good to go. Now the next area of concern is we want our distance. Once you put your ring on and you're ready to button all this up, the one other area of concern that's very important is the distance that we have in between the two. We don't want this pushed up there real tight. We have to have some clearance. Now here is a 3/32 Allen wrench. You could put the flat sides on each side. It's about 92 thousandths. It's a bit much, but it's what I use. And so this will be your distance right here once you button this up and you have it ready to go.